It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Wait, that line 20. Alert. You gonna take it.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this throw caught left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Brady now on first down. This is brought in by Gibson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
20! And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 19th touchdown now of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line. 180! 56. Watch the curl.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Jones has it. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate, as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They could game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And an out. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Cincinnati.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bengals nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
56,
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And able to find Green. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one taken from the 7. Oh, eluding the tackle. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet.
He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Here we go. Hey, high 7. Hey, go 66.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Green brings it in. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From midfield, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Brady. That one caught by Gibson. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brady's throw there complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Yellow, on the line. No gain on this defense, no gain. Hey, color.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes finding Green complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go! Hey, 66.
Throwing now is Brady. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fournette. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. A beautiful spin and room to run. 34 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. 22 yards on the pickup there. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. A first down carry for Smith. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Mahomes dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 39, Mahomes.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. O'Shane Ximines able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Brady. This one caught by Crowder. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
64.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mahomes firing complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Buying time to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. Despite
looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. It's a foot race. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. On first down, McFarland. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 12 that time, and it'll be a second and long.
Brings up second down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second and long. Brady. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Baltimore, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
can't play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curve like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole